Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jashi takes a hit. Dancehall artist Jashi is facing the fight of his life. Fake news that began swirling on social media 2 weeks ago that Jashi had an argument with 45-year-old Omar Romy Wright moments before the businessman was shot and killed on June 7 has led to the cancellation of shows, threatening the livelihood and safety of the born fighter DJ and his family. When Romy was murdered, it was widely rumored that prior to his killing, he spat in the face of Jashi's mother, Lorna Henry, and threw water on her before kicking out a pot of soap that she was selling on Shortwood Road. But in an interview on Saturday with reporters, Henry categorically denied that any altercation took place between herself and Romy. As far as she is concerned, both families share and maintain a good relationship, and said for people to even imply that Jashi had anything to do with Romy's murder is all a plot to tear down her son's version music career. Accompanied by his attorneys, King Counsel Peter Champagne and Richard Lynch, Jashi, whose given name is Tafari Clark, turned himself into the police last week after they had expressed an interest in him in the relation to the matter. He was interviewed and released. A relative of Jashi, who cops held as a suspect in Romy's murder, was also released. The artist's mother bashed vloggers whom she accused of one-togging spreading false information with impunity. The vloggers are setting up my family's life and Romy's family's life. They need to do their research before they take up things on their head and spread it. The only people who knew about the rumor are the people spreading it and the vloggers. What they are running with, I don't know anything about it, and Jashi don't know anything about it either. They take this thing to an extreme and I am scared because of the vloggers who tells lies and host it like how you host a kite. Both families are very close. Romy's mother is Jashi's godmother. If Jashi is passing Romy on the street, they hail up each other. Romy's mother and I grew up in the community. We played together and we never had any problems. Romy calls me Mama. He used to use one mop to clean up the place, and then he would clean up his business place where he used to sell fried food. Him also used to sell June plum and oranges. He was very clean. I just want people to cut out the nonsense and stop bait up my life and Josh's life. It is not good. Some of them say them a pack up and run away, but I don't have anywhere to go. We're tired of it now, she said. Josh's cousin, Rochelle Gilzine, appealed to the vloggers to stop targeting the young star. She insisted that Jashi is no criminal and described him as a young man who believes in his community of Grand Spen in St. Andrew and only wants to see upliftment for the youth. Shows have been cancelled. He has a show in August, and the people are saying they can't have him on the show because of these matters and it is unfair. Corporate entities have wrongfully tried him, and this is his means of living. It is wrong. There are a lot of people who use it as an opportunity to jump on it to try and destroy him. Jashi is a born fighter, and he is going to rise above this, and is going to represent for all the young people in the inner city who want better. The vloggers need to be held accountable. The government needs to do something to regulate the online platform. People should not be allowed to just say anything and not be held accountable. It affects lives. When you put misinformation out there, you cannot take it back. Romy and I were very close, from childhood up to the time of his passing. This has traumatized Jashi to the core. He is holding on and trusting God. I spoke to him and I heard the frustration in his voice. He said every minute is another thing, from one extreme to the next. Miriam asked him mother, what them want to do with him, kill myself? When me hear Jashi said that, water drop out of my eye. At 21, so much different things are on the head. Leave him alone and allow him to bloom and grow. Jashi's father, Mervyn Clark, bashed the vloggers for profiting from spreading lies on the internet. All these vloggers who keep mixing up the youth don't know the true story. Not the good things where the youth do. We want to clear his name. They want to tear him down, the youth career. They want to get to the youth, so them start with the mother, and the youth mother is a loving person. She shares and everyone loves her. She is no troublemaker. Them a frustrate the youth. He is a young youth, and when all these things are reach him, if him not firm, he will get off him head. We have to make sure we are going to rock around him, Clark stated. St. Elizabeth Cop defends job of outgoing superintendent. A livid member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has stepped forward in the defense of the former top boss of St. Elizabeth Police Division following Friday's management shake-up. It comes just days after 8 inmates, including a man charged with quadruple murder, escaped during a jailbreak. Former head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Kenneth Chin has been transferred to the Police Area 5 headquarters in Corporate Area. Police sources have said the division's former administrative officer has been transferred to Westmoreland, while the former operations officer has been transferred to the Kingston East Police Division. The police on Friday said Deputy Superintendent of Police Courage Minto will immediately assume duty as commanding officer for St. Elizabeth Division. Police said 2 JCF members have been interdicted pending further inquiries. Chin served as St. Elizabeth Division commander a few weeks, shy of a year, after he was transferred from Portland in July 2022. The livid member of the JCF, who requested not to be named, claimed that Chin lobbied countless times for improvements in the infrastructure of the lockup cells at the Black River Police Station. Mr. Chen is presently on leave, and he has always been lobbying and writing reports about the condition of the cell, and he has always been requesting other police personnel because of the St. Elizabeth Police Division is woefully short of police, the member said last week. Reporters were told that the lockup is in dire need of repair, even as claims surfaced that spoiled locks they weren't replaced for years. The cells have been there for years, and the thing about it is that the locks in the cell are specific locks, and all of these spoiled from 2011. All the prisoners that were in there could have gone, as some of them decided to stay, the JCF member claimed. In a press release last week, the Constable Corporate Communications Unit said police were conducting a routine cell check at approximately 6 a.m. on Monday when they realized that the 8 inmates had escaped. They cut the metal bar at the window. It has to be a machine they used to cut it. One cell guard with 60-odd prisoners, a police source said last Monday. The 8 high-risk detainees, including Anwar Kirky Hines, charged with quadruple murder, escaped, triggering concern about security measures at the Black River Police Station lockup. Hines was charged in relation to the murders of 4 farmers: Archibald Brown, 60, his brother George Brown, 57, Maurice Sanderson, 40, and Ezra Rice, 73, in the remote community of Claremont in St. Elizabeth on May 27, 2015. At that time, police had said that he was believed to be the leader of a gang which was a remnant of the infamous Stonecrusher gang. In July 2015, he was found hiding in the ceiling of a roof in Hottsville, Manchester, and apprehended. The other detainees who escaped on Monday are Oral Cole, 31, from Comfort Hall, Manchester, Richard Bond, 34, from Middle Quarter, St. Elizabeth, Alric Hutchins, 38, from Brixton District, St. Elizabeth, and Dean Sims, 34, from Turner Top, St. Elizabeth, who was in custody with charges and robbery aggravation, Javon Sims, 25, from Copperwood, St. James, and Kenneth Stewart, 30, from Beacon Hill, St. Catherine, who were both held for murder. Demar Williams, 29, from Grover Heights in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, who is facing a shooting with intent charge. The angry JCF member questioned the shortage of police personnel in St. Elizabeth when there is a police training facility in the Treasure Beach area. Although we have the factory facility that build or train police down in Tranquility Bay, we are not getting any sufficient number of members, said the cop. Last December, Senior Superintendent Chin said the St. Elizabeth Division has not benefited from the last 9 graduation batches at the police academy at that time. The JCF member credited Chin's leadership, resulting in St. Elizabeth murder column from May continuing a sharp downward trend since the start of 2023. There were no murders committed in the division for the entire month of May, Chin said on June 8 at the monthly meeting of the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. The JCF member blasted the High Command for its decision in transferring officers who have short tenures in division. That is always happening. As soon as you have a work plan or anything said, then the High Command always interrupt and transfer the police. The operations officer is a good ops leader, always doing a good job, so I don't know why they want to transfer him, said the member. The corporate rated that the lockup accommodation is inadequate for the number of inmates. Reports every day about the condition of the cell and the lack of personnel to the man's cell. The cell was designed to hold a number of persons, and they are holding a whole heap more than that, what it is designed to hold, said the member. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification